Hello there, Golf Freak here, and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. Where we last left off. We just beat Cleric pretty good. I mean, I went pretty much all out. I used all of my spell slots, except for like 2, because one of them was an attempt at something else.
In death, the body is cooling.
He was already dead.
From the stone. Remarkable, truly.
All right, she just pops up here.
Comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
What? How are you able to leave the astral prism? It's not quite what I asked.
The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown.
It's kind of ironic
that
a crown is a control thing.
Of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese? These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
I believe you fought and defeated an avatar of Merkel, the god of necromancy. A remarkable feat. Cleric was Merkel's chosen. I know Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. He is a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are chosen of the dead three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. Hope is a luxury for those who have a choice. This is the battle of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Alright, so he's got his Warhammer, which just does some extra psychic damage. What do we do? Send that to camp. He gives us the shield, which is a +1 to spell DC and spell attack rolls. I'd say that goes to Gale. And then we have magical plate, all incoming damage reduced by 2. This is 19 heavy armor. This is the better version. Can't be moved. Interesting. This is the better version of the adamantine heavy armor, I do believe. Basically just +1 armor class.
Still breathing, despite everything. I'll take that.
All right, let's take a look-see. Basically, they're taking over the grand design. Oh! I don't remember picking up the Scythe of Merkel before. I feel like I wasn't supposed to do this because I can't right-click it. So it has Reaper's Scythe. I don't think I was supposed to have this weapon. It cannot be wielded by the player. It is not usable by humanoids. Doesn't say that. Interesting. So there is a way, if you get to level 12 and control undead him, will cause him to drop the scythe, but it will soft lock the player because Kethric's body won't appear. But I got Kethric's body to appear, just out of curiosity. No, I can't. I'm stuck. Am I stuck with this? So I can't, like, send it to anyone. I'd have to manually... set it somewhere. I mean, I'm fine with bringing it to camp. I have the carry capacity for the moment. That's funny. Alright, was there anything else I needed to read? Alrighty. Wait, what was that?
Ahead.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole? The absolute? How? I'd never have protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life.
Well,
I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. You bet your ass I am. And I won't stop till that fucker is dead.
Like in there. In the curse.
We had defeated Catherine Shah was commanded to do by her goddess. Now she must continue to purge the Church of Shar of those deemed to be disloyal or failures. That's weird. So she's just temporarily running hot, okay.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
I wouldn't give up my soul.
It is. I was 17. That's when the
Cult of the Dragon made its
A
move.
fractured religion. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat. And in
a 10-day after there they
your head tingles. Will wants to in the looming shadow of the mound. 5 atop each toe there is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a drag as the maelstrom howls. Missoura's lips press to your ear.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. And I said yes. 1 soul for. She didn't. She
never stops.
Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. Another pet added to her warlock.
Yeah, so she
menagerie.
stopped Tiamat from doing something, and also got a new warlock. So I guess that was like a win-win.
The moment my soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
I'm kind of skipping through this because I know all of this.
It is. You were right, of course. The new eye is ascending star, courtesy of Missoura. She uses it to track my location and call from a distance.
Did I get that in this playthrough?
I could flee to the spine of the world, or the He returned to an I tried to tell him the truth. I showed him my stone after. He said only, I understand. No, he did the only, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. A Grand Duke's duty is to his city.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands.
Give him a chance.
The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. The one I very nearly destroyed. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer Sundries.
I'm gonna have to hide the
I need
hat.
to go there and learn all I can.
Okay.
The only kind I have? Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Nethery texts are hardly commonplace. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions about him
So if I were to set him
correct me.
to hide during dialogue, if I talk to you now... Oh, help if I don't have you selected.
I think
It does go away. Okay,
a
good.
good thing here. A welcome change.
Hey, Withers.
A curse lifted. The dead three allied once more. The balance shifts.
Okay, Jurgle.
There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
No. What are you doing here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally called.
Yeah, you're totally Jurgle.
I shall ask yet again.
Because you wouldn't be eternally called.
Illithids possess souls?
No.
Correct. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished, as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder. No.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, an elder brain, bound
Oop.
by lost
I accidentally
Netherese
skipped
magic,
that.
with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Extensively. Mind flayers too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of two more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
Sure.
Glad to be there. Falling foul of Cleric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
See you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear.
We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelin's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper.
Definitely gonna bring you to that one.
Our course is yours to set. Find me at your camp, huh? I can remember how to take orders, as well as give them.
Did she just bamf? Alright, let me pop a quick save just in case doing this messes something up. Go to camp. If I leave camp, are you guys still there? No, you 100% left.
Don't waste a step.
I don't know if that actually does anything, but...
Like in there. In the curse. More horrible than you can imagine. Join me. When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Daniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
The ones you've met here, what do you wait, I have the attack option? What the heck?
They are different to what Duke Elton envisioned. And I can't comment on Duke Ravengard himself, but I've seen the respect he inspires in the Flaming Fist. And that tells me all I need about him as a leader. I hope you can save Duke Ravengard for the good of Baldur's Gate.
Come with me.
Thank you. But look at me. I'm a relic.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to come
Once of
along.
history barely strong enough to stand on his
You
own
have
2
like
feet.
nothing. Everyone you know and love is dead.
Besides, Nathaniel should have someone here when he wakes up.
He's asleep?
Least I can do.
Well, I wish you luck. Thank you for your help.
You too, my friend. Thank you. From Nathaniel and I.
Aelin! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body.
I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
I wonder if the audio is bugging out.
There you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier
What if
that
I
freed me
never
most valiantly from the
went back?
Shadowfell.
I've
They
never
watched my
outside.
boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss.
I'm not gonna meet her at
Perhaps I
all
could join you
in my
in your
Dark
camp
Urge
later.
run. See what happens. Yeah, you'd be most welcome. You're Ketheric Thorm's daughter.
I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise.
I'll see you at camp.
Very good. We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Okay, Random Harper. There's Halsin.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him.
I'm glad I can help. He already has joined me. That's a weird...
I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is it. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does. There is no room for me, I'm afraid. Perhaps dismiss another, then I look forward.
Hey.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been.
I was saying Gil Holiday with a mind flare calling downstairs.
That sounds slimy. Never mind your distasteful predilections. We need to talk about Wulbren.
What about him?
Wulbren and the Iron Hand Gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have rune powder, they have motive. We have to stop them.
How are you sure?
Because they're a gaggle of vindictive crybabies with no sense of propriety. That is to say, they gabbed about their plans like a geese, and I overheard them. Like a very devious goose. With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Huh.
Moonrise has been cleansed.
It'll take...
It's a grim but the way I hear it, the fighting's not done yet. You need to resupply.
Let's see. I did level up, so that's why she's restocked. Actually, I probably don't need anyone to level this on vulnerability. I never use them in my other playthroughs. As in the multiplayer one, that's the only other one I got going on that's this far. Why does that cost gold? That's so weird. I'm pretty sure I sold that to her too.
Ladylike.
Okay. That should be everyone. Oh, there's Daniel. What?
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more.
The
shadow's grip is broken.
Glad I could help.
Not as glad. Nature moves at its own pace. And
A reward will come. Okay, cool. thought you were asleep.
It's like
Maybe we could pawn off some of the stuff we find here. We could use the coin.
Oh! Why are you here?
You're here. Good. That's good.
You alright?
Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maula's still missing, and they haven't taken it too well.
She's missing for no apparent reason.
I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece. Oh, I hope I...
Alright, now I'll go to camp. I get this bloody scythe off of me. Thank you. Okay, so let me pop a quick save. Oh, Shadowheart's right there. That's convenient.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Stay back, ready to defend yourself. That's funny. Okay, step closer.
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Cleric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
I could have totally done it without her.
Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thumping within your heart chambers, friend. She works her magic there.
Ah.
My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Who's your father?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. Cleric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Cleric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage.
I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Cleric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Yeah, so she should be a demigod, but she's marked as a Samar, which is very weird. She potentially has no father.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face... I am free. You must face them. In due time, Mother Selûne will...
I can't believe... And by killing him, you set him free, Ogric. Tell
Yada,
me,
yada, yada.
do you believe in love at first sight?
I'm going to say this just because of the improvement,
That's exactly it.
which it didn't give me, which
Next
sucks.
time
Unless they're
you
already
raise
maxed
him,
out.
I couldn't tell her who I was.
Alright, I don't care. Okay, now let's do... Let's do a switch. So... Shadowheart... Shadowheart... I think there's no reason we continue to run as Gale until we get to certain parts. So I'm just gonna run with Astarion because I think he does better. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Astarion. Shadowheart, Astarion. Nope, not me. So dumb how that works. Shadowheart. Astarion? No, just give it to me. And me. And Shadowheart. Camp. Shadowheart. Astarion. Shadowheart. Shadowheart. Those other ones are fine.
Still alive, so that's progress.
It's interesting how terrible this has kind of ended up being with Gale's build.
One with the
By that I mean it's just like it doesn't really seem to be amazing, but it's good.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as.
Alright, what do people have to say, just out of curiosity?
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know.
Interesting.
You wanted something?
I wonder what her dialogue is if she becomes a Shar and you undo it.
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically. Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. I hope so, because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael.
Wow, for someone who was all for doing it the first
But
time.
if the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, My brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something. What can I do for you, my friend? The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why? I hadn't really decided on the specifics. Obviously, we could stop the ritual, or not. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare.
And the souls that need to be sacrificed?
I don't relish it, but my siblings lured thousands of people to their deaths over the years. I doubt Baldur's Gate would miss them. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting. I would, but you have so many. Well,
Okay, I'll level up Astarion. He's still one level shy of a full switch because it needs to be a 2-level in fighter minimum. So it's 3, 2. I guess I could do it now. If I did it now, it could be a bunch of... If I did it now, it means I would be level 3 Ranger, level 6 Bard, and then level 2 Fighter. Because I would no longer need Battle Master. So... yeah. I can do that. We'll just ignore this level up then.
No one's stopped me yet.
You wanted something? It seems like you have ample company. Lead the way. You wanted something?
Weird dialogue. Alright, so. Get her back up to speed. Alright, you're no longer using that. What happened to that ring? Yeah, there we go. Boom. Then boom. This Grace goes over here. So some of these arrows aren't able to be used at a multi-attack, which I think kind of sucks. At least that's what it seems like anyway. So if I were to do that, I could get rid of the circlet. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Gosh darn it, that's annoying. Select Shadowheart, and then boom, boom, boom. Then the helmet. Then the shield. Sort by type. So we have the Darkness Justiciar shield. We have the +1 with the shield bash. Only when they save. And then we have this, which gives a shield bash. So basically it's +1 to spell save DC or +3 to initiative rolls. I'm sorry, that initiative roll is way too good. And then that. Now the Sharian armor. This is where it gets interesting. I might drop her dex. I think I actually will, which means I'm going to put her in heavy armor. So we're going to have the 2 types of heavy armor. We have the reduction and the reduction. We have Howl of the Dead cantrip. It numbs nearby creatures, moves speed halved, spell has advantage on attack rolls against affected entity. Well, it's not great if I'm going to be honest, but I think it would be best on her. Almost puts you overweight. So we have 16 plus 2 is 18. So I think this is only a +1 boost to AC. Yeah, it's a +1 boost to AC, but this has free advantage on Constitution saving throws. This does not. So I'm thinking this gets sent back to camp. For now, at the very least. Okay, so. Want that, so the -1 to crit, and we're gonna wait because I'm gonna make wisdom high for you anyway, so I need to respec you. Alright.
Have a lot on my mind,
And
well,
we have Camp Night events, which I'm assuming is the Karlach, or the Shadowheart dialogue.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we...
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. He got his claws into me early. Oh, one of my mates got wind of a bit of work. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
So I'm really confused as to how he was able to make the deal
Hey, soldier.
as an employer. It's not like she was a slave.
I would not linger in this land over long.
How can I help?
Okay.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others, someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Well, since that's what she wants.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
The wolf was trying to protect her. Oh. The wolf was a shape-shifted individual.
Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Yeah, I'll help. You're cellular? No, I'm not going to say that.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
The spear. How do you have it? I threw it into the Shadowfell.
Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
I'm assuming, I don't see it in my inventory.
What's next, I wonder?
So she hasn't had the hair color change. When does that happen? So this is a thrown weapon. Interesting. It is a spear. You get advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks. It's versatile. It has Moonbeam. 3 to 30 versus Sunbeam. The Blood of the Theater is still better. That's interesting, but it's also concentration once per long rest. No, I think the Blood of Lathander is better. That's actually hilarious how the Blood of Lathander is better, but I guess it's because the Blood of Lathander can be missed. So...
Looking ahead.
When did she get her hair color changed?
Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something? Of course.
Sure.
Just the one?
Man, it took me a whole... I'm getting one kiss per act at this rate. Oh, okay. Oh, is it the same thing?
I suppose you've earned it.
It's not quite the same thing. But it looks like it's just the relationship can do it. How are you?
Relieved, terrified, sick to my stomach. I can't keep my feelings straight ever since I spared Nightsong, defied Shah. I don't know what comes next. But at least I have you by my side.
When does that happen? Because I wanted to wait and save. She hasn't changed her hairstyle though, right? Like this hasn't happened yet. That's the same as it was before. I think it's this is a Sharon like headpiece. Is what's assumed there. What happens in Act 3?
What to do?
Which is kind of annoying, to be honest. I mean, it could happen later. Let me see, does it have another? No, it doesn't look like it. We'll go to bed, auto-select. Full rest. Oh. Maybe it's happening now? She's had a night's sleep on it?
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
I gotta hurry up, he's got something to say. Do whatever you need to.
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Leave it with me. What does that mean?
Why, hello, lover.
Alright. There's a good boy.
The dog wags his tail. A small bag he gives in and surrenders.
Salami! Dog slobbered salami. Alright, everyone's still here.
I'm glad that's still the case.
And we'll leave the game.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Cleric. But Cleric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I don't need allies, I have you. No.
Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Gone. Hell yes.
The Absolute armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
Yeah, I can't go back to the first area, which is interesting that they'd make that decision.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
It's covering Kethric's, I think that was Kethric's statue. Kind of annoying, but I guess there's nothing interesting about what happens over there.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wyrm's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Cleric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch
to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
All right, we got one more round of talking to do, and then we'll cut the video off. And I'm going to be done with this for a long while because I'm going to play my Dark Urge playthrough. Which is a heck of a view. Because that's literally the... I mean, that's places we can go. Like, that's the camp we can't go to, which we can see from over there. Like, we literally just walk down through there, I think. The song has lyrics? Interesting.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Selûne cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the Cleric who took the step. That speaks well of your taste. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my more than I would like. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. I believe you. You remind me of... The gods can grant power or ask it. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise? Don't tell me which. Against all life experience?
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or...
I think that was the dialogue if you're a Shadowheart origin. That makes more sense in context, and it kind of broke the game.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance. I'm listening.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes... sometimes I wonder.
Given AO's non-interference policy, or AO, or however you want to say it, coupled with the fact that literal hell is something that you can very easily go to compared to, real world.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support.
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw forth whatever vengeance she desires.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperious soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. We will kill him, but there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than any of my kind ever have. He's on the verge of a miracle. This may be a beginning, not an end. I can see myself now. Lord, King, Master. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
So you kill to take power from him. If there's been the ritual, I don't know if the ascension was literally diabolical.
Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better.
Freedom is not the same as power.
All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend.
I'll promise help you stop Cazador. I won't promise anything else.
If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us. Likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. So, it's a quest to free Shadowheart's parents, is it? And here I was, worried I'd be the only one with a difficult family reunion waiting in the city.
What's his opinion of me, just out of curiosity? It's not particularly high. So I will most likely need to convince him.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh.
Yeah, with her I kind of get it's more about companionship than physical. Considering how conservative she is and how conservative my character has been in accepting of the circumstances and how conservative I am when it comes to relationships.
Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone.
So you're saying I should do it?
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
Nothing to talk about the little girl? She disappeared? Did I not talk to her enough? I hope I did.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Jeez, thanks.
Looking forward to it.
Alright, so that should be everybody. So what I'm gonna do real quick, just in case I did mess it up, which I don't think is the case. I'm gonna pop this save and we're gonna go talk to her because I seem to recall there being dialogue I never recall getting. So what I'll do is, if there is, I'm gonna end the video off and just do everything we just did again. No biggie. Not on camera, obviously. It's already an hour 16 minutes in.
I guess I can take care.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care.
Excuse me?
Recall that in
I guess.
So nothing. Okay, good. So I can just stay there. So, yeah, we're gonna end this act of Baldur's Gate 3. I'm gonna go back to playing Act 2 with my Dirge playthrough, and I'm gonna postpone playing Act 3 in this playthrough until after we've beaten the game. In the multiplayer game. So the multiplayer game will be will be done by now, probably, considering how I'm uploading these. We are going to have a month of not playing, so it's going to slow down a little bit, but that shouldn't be too much. So, that's it. Thank you all very much for watching Act 2, and join me in Act 2 of my Dirge playthrough and Act 3 of this one, and so on and so forth. Thank you all very much for watching, and God bless.